What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. Tonight we're taking a look at the Tatuaje Tattoo 10 Miami. This is a 10th anniversary cigar from Pete Johnson at Tatuaje, and from what I've heard, this is a throwback to one of his original very successful cigars. I wasn't smoking cigars 10 years ago, so I haven't had the good fortune to experience one of those, but hopefully this will be it. I don't know the exact dimensions on this cigar. I'm going to guess it's 5.5 by, I don't know, maybe 46. It's kind of hard to judge because it's a little bit of a figurado. So, we'll see. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. It's just got a nice, clean tobacco pre-light aroma. Looks like it has a triple cap on it. Kind of a flat head. So we'll see if we can just pop that off. Very nice. It's a gorgeous cigar. Good draw. Maybe just a hair tighter than I like, but I wouldn't I wouldn't classify it as tight. Little pepper, earth, really earthy. Well, I'll dig into this, and I'll be back in just a minute with an update on what I get out of this. Be back in a flash. So I'm about 25 minutes in now. Burn has been pretty slow. So far, the dominant flavor is definitely earth. It showed up there in the first slight and really hasn't let up. Tons of earth. Just recently, it has started to pick up some cocoa. There was a flavor for a while, maybe the first 15 minutes, that I kept getting that I couldn't quite put my finger on. It was something that's not common that I don't get in cigars. It was almost like a cinnamon cookie or like an animal cracker kind of flavor to it. Really interesting. Not something that I normally get out of a cigar, which is cool. I do like when, especially if I'm doing a review or if I'm really stopping to, appreciate a cigar and really think about what I'm tasting. I like to be challenged like that. To think, wow, what is this? It's familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And this is tremendously well balanced. Like I said, a lot of earth, but it's a clean finish. It's not too much earth. Earth. I'm generally not a big fan of earthy cigars, but this one is pretty well balanced, and I like it. And it's very clean. It's a very clean finish. So it's not building up. I'm just drinking water right now. It's not building up my palate. I'm still enjoying it. Again, some cocoa starting to come in, so I'm hopeful that we'll get some transitions going, and we'll see what else we get. The perfect burn. Slow, good amount of smoke. No complaints. I'll be back as I get closer to the band. Let you know what else I get. See you in a minute. So I'm about 45 minutes in now, and the flavors have really changed up. Right around the halfway point, like a light switch, the earth really died down. It's still there, and that's still the underlying note of the cigar is earth. But a cedar and clove really picked up, and there's still some cinnamon coming in. I think before I talked about maybe like a cinnamon cookie. Yeah, there's a little bit of cinnamon there, but a lot of really woody with some clove notes. And I got some weird flavors. I don't know if anybody else ever experiences this, but every now and then, like I got 2 or 3 draws on this where I got a sweetness and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but it was almost like a seafood sweetness. You know, like shrimp or sea scallops, you get that seafood sweetness. You know, crab legs. I mean, I'm not saying it tasted like crab legs, but it was just something about that sweetness, that note, gave me the impression of seafood sweetness. So when you hear somebody give a tasting note like that, if you say, you know, cedar, it's not like you're sucking on a cedar plank. If you say coffee or cocoa, it doesn't taste like a chocolate bar. It doesn't necessarily taste like a cup of coffee. Although coffee is one of those flavors to me that really does ring through. I mean, it is all tobacco. So when you hear tasting notes, keep that in mind, that it's just the reviewer's impression of what they're tasting. It's something that you're trying to equate the tobacco flavors to. So I know my wife in particular thinks I'm nuts sometimes when she hears me describe the flavors that I get out of cigars, or especially out of scotch, because scotch is really dynamic. I mean, there's tons of flavors going on in some scotches, but I really like this. The burn has stayed excellent. You know, pretty slow. Like I said, I'm you know, 45 minutes in, maybe. How far was it? Yeah, 45 minutes. So burn has been slow. I think part of that has to do with the draw is a little bit constricted. You know, with the tapered head like this, I think sometimes the tobacco gets smushed and it slows down the burn time. And I wonder if that's almost deliberate. I don't know. I haven't read this, but I wonder if that's deliberate by some manufacturers. They know if they do a tapered head that it's going to kind of compact the tobacco around the head, and it's going to be a tighter draw. And generally, a tighter draw will equate to a slower burn, just because you're getting less oxygen through there. You're burning less tobacco with each draw. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll be back with some final tasting notes. But so far, I'm really enjoying this. This is a tasty cigar, and I think Pete Johnson really did a good job here. So I'll be back in a minute. And I'm going to do a little bit of bragging. I'm just going to do a quick panorama of what I look at as I smoke my cigars. You know, people wonder why you live in southern Arizona. This is Mount Fagan, just outside of Vail, Arizona. But we've just got mountains everywhere. Way in the distance out there, that is Mount Wrightson. That's about 9,500 feet. You can see into Mexico if you climb the mountain. But we just got mountains all over. It's just freaking gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look at that sunset. You just don't beat those colors. Look at that. Alright, enough bragging. Just wanted to show you guys why I like southern Arizona and why this is Poolside Cigar Reviews, because aside from the swimming pool, you know, it's just gorgeous. So, alright. Be back with final thoughts. Okay, so I'm about an hour and 5 minutes in. Not a bad time for what I would consider as it's a Corona. Maybe it's a Corona. I don't know if you call it a Corona Gorda or not, but again, I don't know the exact dimensions on this cigar. It got a little bit more leathery at the end, but the wood kind of hung on there and did transition to leather. It's starting to heat up now, and it's getting a little bit bitter. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here in a minute. But overall, this gets a big thumbs up. Very good cigar. Very clean. Like I said, not a big fan of earth, but this was a clean earth. It didn't build up on my palate. I drank water the whole time with the cigar, and it wasn't an issue. I would drink something with it because it does get all the way down into the throat. The retrohale is very spicy. But really good cigar. I think I paid $10 for this. It's been in my humidor for maybe, I should probably look at the receipt, a month, 6 weeks. I think this just came out. I don't know for sure, but I know my B&M picked this up shortly after the IPCPR show, so I don't know if this is new from the IPCPR or if that's just when my B&M got it. But I do believe it's a 2013 cigar. I think it's pretty new, and I haven't seen many reviews on it. I don't normally read reviews anyway, but I was trying to do some research on this, and I couldn't find much. And for some reason, my computer didn't want to open the Tatuaje website. I don't know what's going on there. That's why I don't have much information, but I do know it's a Nicaraguan Puro with a Corojo 99 wrapper. I don't know if that means that this was from the 99 harvest, or, I mean, they have so many different names for that stuff, and who knows what it really means. But good cigar, definitely recommend it. I think I paid about $10 for it, and I feel like I got my money's worth. So I'll give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to run out and buy a box because there's other $10 cigars I'd like to try rather than smoke this again. But pick it up, give it a try, and let me know what you think. So, I appreciate you taking time to hang out with me tonight, enjoy this beautiful sunset, and enjoy this lovely cigar. Thank you very much. Please click that like and subscribe button. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. As always, make sure you keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Have a great week, everybody.